Well, people, school has just started around the United States. And man, we got a school shooting. We have a school shooting. 2 students dead, 2 teachers dead, 9 wounded, by a 14-year-old child. They say the child's name is Colt Gray. Colt Gray, like Colt 45. Then we got Gray. Interesting name, huh? Colt Gray. And it happened at a strange time, 10:20 a.m. The reason why I say that, 10:20 a.m., because that's what was reported. It just so had to be coincidence that Kamala Harris' birthday is October 20th. That is 10:20. Let's move forward. Is this natural? Is it a ritual? My condolences. My condolences to friends and family. Again, school just started. School just started. And the fear, the decimal has risen. Here we are again.
This is a CBS News special report. I'm Nora O'Donnell in New York, and we are coming on the air with breaking news with another school shooting. This time about 45 miles northeast of Atlanta in Barrow County, Georgia. Now, the local sheriff's department said a suspect is in custody, and there are reports of casualties. Police say the alleged shooting occurred at about 10:23 a.m. at Appalachian High School, which has about 1,900 students, so it is a big high school. Parents, we're told, are now allowed to go to the campus and pick up their students. Georgia's Governor Brian Kemp issued a statement saying he has directed all available state resources to respond to the incident. The FBI's Atlanta office said it has agents on the scene to help coordinate and support local law enforcement efforts. CBS's Jared Eggleston is on the scene in Georgia, and he joins us now with the very latest. Jared.
So we're going to see a few clips. I noticed a few things, so let me share that with you right off the bat. When the chopper, and I saw this on a lot of feeds, when the chopper was showing, and you would assume that they're showing the people here. What I'm seeing is, watch this here.
Now, I've been talking with some of the parents as I've been out here over the last.
I see an X. And again, I've seen this on a few news feeds already, but I see an X. I see an X. It is what it is. I see an X. I know that's the design of the house or whatever, but I see an X. Not only do I see it there, I also see it in here, in this webbing. I teach the 5 C's of clues, codes, colors, confirmation of time and conclusion. Many times as I've been doing these videos for over 4 years, I catch a clue, or what I assume is a clue. The 24th letter of the alphabet is X. On April 8th of this year, there was an eclipse, an X across the world. Just want to make that notation. An X in the webbing, the design here, and also an X there. Interesting. Let's look at the next report here.
9:30 a.m. The school day had just started at Appalachian High School near Atlanta when shots were fired.
It was just like a loud boom, as if a locker had slammed. So my teacher thought it was just like some kid acting foolish. So then she took a peek outside, and then we heard repeatedly the banging again, and that's when we could identify it was the gun.
Law enforcement swarmed to the scene while students sheltered in their classrooms.
The hard lockdown was placed, and then we ran to the back of the classroom, turned off the lights. I was shaking.
NBC News has learned there are 4 dead, many more injured.
We do have a suspect in custody, and we are asking for your patience as the media to please let us get the facts that we need to make sure we get this right.
After a lockdown was lifted, students were released. Parents and guardians arrived to take students home. Shirley Powers was worried about her grandson.
Now let me go back to the beginning of what I just showed you. Red and black, right off the bat. Watch this here.
9:30 a.m. The school day had just started.
Every feed I've watched, they start right here. Is it just because of the ambulance? Or was it staged? Red and black. Red and black means sacrifice. Red and black means sacrifice. And yes, I'm assuming these are medical vehicles, but red and black is sacrifice. Okay? You rarely see anything like this, arguably so, right? With the Z. The red and black is sacrifice. I want you to see. And then the people that were interviewed, red and black as well. The 5 C's, the clues, codes, colors. The confirmation time, which includes the dates and conclusion. Listen to the time here. Very interesting.
And what we know up to this point with the investigation. At approximately 10:20 a.m. this morning, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office
At approximately 10:20 a.m. 10:20 a.m. Is that code? Is it code? The next president of the United States, first female who will be president of the United States, Kamala Harris. Her birthday is October 20th. Is it coincidence he said at 10:20 a.m.? Listen.
timeline of the events that have taken place here today and what we know up to this point with the investigation. At approximately 10:20 a.m. this morning, the Bexar County Sheriff's Office received alerts about reports of an active shooter and radio traffic from school resource officers concerning the same concern, or having the same concern. Within minutes, law enforcement was on scene, as well as 2 school resource officers assigned here to the school who immediately encountered the subject within just minutes of this report going out. Once they encountered the subject immediately surrendered to these officers and he was taken into custody. Additionally, what I want you to know as of now, there are 4 individuals who are deceased from this incident, 9 that have been taken to local hospitals with various injuries. Of those.
All right, so that's what we have. That's what we have. Let's go down the row. Let's look at this also. Start at the 157 mark. Let's see. We'll start here.
I started running. He started shooting like 10 times. He shot at least 10 times. And then I ran to the back of the classroom. I dived behind the desk, and my teacher had got in front of me like he was guarding. But like the gunshots were so close to me, like my ears started ringing.
My son.
Now notice, every time you see an interview, look for the clues, okay, and the colors. This is what? Almost in the purple family, lavender. Remember the Snoop Dogg video, Lavender? Where he pulled the trigger on a fake Donald Trump? Lavender, it's in the purple family. Also look at the black and white. If you got $10,000, you give $5,000 to Republican, $5,000 to Democrat. Stay in the middle, control the both. That's a checkerboard. This is how the powers speak. Always look for the possibility that there are clues and codes and colors. The powers speak. They talk about how they speak about how they do things. For example, there's Kamala walking on the checkerboard. Allegedly, is she not a power? Right? Let's go further. Let me find another one here. They speak. When they talk, they speak. Here's Barack Obama, and our pet goat too. Cartoon Barack Obama, standing and snickering on top of a black and white checkerboard. The powers play the game. They stay in the middle and control both. Is this one of those moments? You see the checkerboard. Is this coincidence? Just asking that question. I don't know what cartoon that is, but hey, Also, we might as well talk about this. It's close to the Tiffany Blue family also. You guys have been before a while, you know that all this is Phoenician. The purple and the Tiffany Blue is Phoenician colors. And you know what? We're gonna do that champion. I've done champion before. Champion. Let me see what champion comes out to. I remember before we've done champion back in the day, and an old video I did. In fact, it was the video where Donald Trump, that guy set himself on fire. CHAMPION. Champion. Champion means something. And I don't know what it means offhand, but it does mean something. I'm gonna put it in the description. But yeah, champion means something. Trust me, it means something. Okay, next, let's go to this video. Oh, here's Merrick Garland, Attorney General. He spoke in relation to the situation.
Federal partners. I'm devastated for the families who have been affected by this terrible tragedy. The Justice Department stands ready to provide any resources or support that the Winder community needs in the days ahead. And I want to address the tragic shooting that occurred.
Okay, so Merrick Garland, he addressed it. He's going to have an investigation. Okay, I remember what champion means. I want you to look at this here. Champion. Champion. I'm going to show you something. This is something that I did. There was a guy who actually lit himself on fire right outside the courthouse when Trump was being dealt with in New York. And this is what I came up with. Remember this here? That's champion, right? But if you go ahead and crop this off, you crop that off, it's like devil horns, ain't it? It's deep. Are they speaking without speaking? The red mouth, the devil horns like the Baphomet. It's deep, y'all. Speaking without speaking, allegedly. It's deep. I said it's deep. And then Kamala Harris, she's speaking in relation to the shooting. Yeah, it doesn't. Oh, you're pulling my heartstrings. Oh my God. People, my condolences are sincere, but I am going to stay in the middle because I know what the plan is. I know they want our guns. I know they want our freedoms. And many times these powers behind the scenes, they create stuff and then they got the people in place and they will give you a Hollywood dramatic act during the situation. I am not going to be fooled and I am not going to give up my freedom and I don't want you to give up yours. This is serious business. We will honor the dead. We will memorialize them. We investigate this thing. But this situation here, it stinks to high heaven. School just started. School just started. And I just did a video coincidentally yesterday on Isaac Hayes' son, the third. Am I right? Go back and look at it. And he brought up the Valdez shooting in relation to what? Donald Trump, since the Valdez shooting, what has happened? Donald Trump been using his dad's music, Isaac Hayes' music that he wrote, Hold On, I'm Coming. Remember the video I did yesterday? Let's pull it up. Let's put it up. Is it coincidence that this situation happened yesterday? Well, Isaac Hayes' son, he spoke about it. Let's play it. I want you to hear what he said. So you can see as I want you to hear what he said. He literally said yesterday, Valdez, the actual Valdez shooting. All them people got killed. Remember that? I want you to listen to this. Listen to this. We'll find it. And base 48. And here he is here. Notice he got on the black and the white. What is the black and the white? If you got $10,000, is it coincidence? Listen to him.
I made a tweet that I was not pleased with that. A cease and desist was sent at that point. Over the next 4 years, he continued to use the music. After the rally here in Atlanta, James and I had a conversation, said we really got to find a way to stop him from using the music, and this was the only means to be able to do that.
Ain't done. But I'm gonna break this thing down. I'm gonna show and say, hey, stop using it. Let me see if we can play this again. Let me see if he says that here. Here it is here, people. I want you guys to catch it. Listen to this. Now, it is in there. He mentioned the Valdez.
Hold on, I'm coming. I made a tweet that I was not pleased with that. A cease and desist was sent at that point. Over the next 4 years,
Stop him from any further use.
the NRA convention in Houston, Donald Trump used hold on, I'm coming. I made a tweet that I was not pleased with the process. Initially in 2022, right after the Uvalde mass shooting at the NRA convention.
Right after the Uvalde shooting. You heard that? Listen to it again. I did this video yesterday. I should have known it was going to be something today. I'm going to tell you what I feel in my spirit. We'll let the ambulance go by. So, Isaac Hayes III has a lawsuit out against Donald Trump because copyright infringement. The song Hold On, Donald Trump is utilizing it when he does his conventions or campaigns, whatever, walks off the stage. But 23 hours ago, I did this video, and his son said that right after a situation happened, a convention, and then the Uvalde tragedy, boom, Donald Trump started using his music. But coincidentally, he brought up Uvalde. Listen.
The NRA convention in Houston, Donald Trump used hold on, I'm coming. I made a tweet that I was not pleased with the process. Initially in 2022, right after the Uvalde mass shooting at the NRA convention in Houston.
What are the odds? Uvalde. What are the odds, people? Uvalde shooting. What are the odds? Uvalde school shooting. What are the odds, people? Look, we got to ask this question. What's really going on here? Timestamp the video. This 14-year-old who did what he did today. Are there some more clues out there, allegedly? But yesterday, look. Is that coincidence? Was all this planned? Look, I gotta go there. Was all this planned? I gotta think like a devil here. Is that coincidence? Right after the Uvalde shooting, Trump used my stuff. Look, a school shooting, right? Just coincidentally, right? Just coincidentally, Uvalde. He said that yesterday. And now we got this. Her tugging at your heartstrings. Look, people, we are living in a bad time. A bad time. A bad time. And end result is this here. Watch this. Imagine your kids got to go through this here. Watch them have to walk. Watch this. Showing the brick, right? Showing the brick like Masonic. And the red and black, look at that. Is that out of all the students they're showing a student in red and black. Look at that.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up.
Keep your head up. Keep your head up. Keep your hands up. Why? Why? Why you gotta keep your hands up? What are they doing? Look how they treating our kids, people, in America. And the red and black. And the red and black. Watch this. Look at that. And the checkerboard. It's madness, people. I don't care what nobody say. This situation stinks. It makes me suspicious. It should make you suspicious. Watch this. I got some numbers for you. The school is called Appalachia. It comes out to 47. Who's trying to be the 47th president? In Gematria, it comes out to 47. The name of the school is called Appalachia. Is that a coincidence too? 47? Come on, man. Then look here. Remember the chief of police? At approximately 10:20 a.m. it happened? Well, guess what? Kamala Harris' birthday is 10:20. And the incident happened today on 9/4. The difference is 47 days, including the end date. Don't it make you suspicious? Oh, Pearson, what you saying? I ain't saying nothing. I'm just doing the 5 C's. Tell me what you think. Then look at this. 9/4 today is the day it happened. Subtracted from what they people believe he's the Antichrist. Barack Obama's August 4th is his birthday. The difference is 4 weeks and four days. So between today's date and Barack Obama's last birthday, August 4th, the difference is 4 weeks, 4 days. Why is that important? Barack Obama's the 44th president. And look here. Here's the date of the governor, Brian Kemp. He said, yeah, you got my full support and all the resources you need. He's the 83rd governor of Georgia. Birth date, November 2nd. Many of these sacrifices are done in relation to the people in charge of that state or city. 11/2. Take 11/2 of 2023. He just had a birthday. Subtracted from today's date, 9/4. The difference is 44 weeks. Come on, man. Who's the 44th president? Barack Obama. Then look at this. Today's date, 9/4 of 2024. Subtracted from the election day, 11/5, 2024. The difference is 63, including the end date. 3/6 is 666, the mark of the beast. Come on, man. I say this thing stinks to high heaven. It's more than what they're telling us. It's more than what they're reporting. Thank God for the gift of the 5 C's. New subscribers, thank you. I know I've got a few extra ones last couple of days. Thank you for being here. This is how we roll. This is how I decode. I'm putting it together. Something going down. And ain't nobody gonna make me believe that Isaac Hayes' son just so happened to mention a school shooting yesterday. And all of a sudden, boom, there's one today. What are the odds, man? I ain't playing with this foolishness. I ain't playing with this foolishness. What are you saying, Pearson? I ain't saying he got nothing. I ain't saying he got anything to do with it. But watch the decode I did on him. Because he got the black and white right there too. Handkerchief, hint, hint. What I am saying is that the power set this kind of stuff up. It's for you to decide if this stuff is real or not. It can be real and people are dead, is what I'm saying. Or the whole thing could be an outright lie. Either way. If you live out there in Atlanta, you saw this thing that went down, you in the hospital, your nurse or whatever, you saw it, put in the chat. Let us know what's up. But I know one thing, this whole situation stinks to high heaven. School just not starting. And like I say, they showing the X. I don't care nobody say, they showing the X.
With the parents.
That look like X to me.
Been out here over the last half.
How the helicopter, out of all the scenes the helicopter could have shown, they show the X. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. And then, like I said, the very name of the school is called Appalachia, and that's 47. That's enough for me to be suspicious. I'm Frank Shot Pierce. You like the work? Thumbs up, subscribe, tell people about it. Remember, this is the channel. You got to check to make sure you got your notification. Make sure that you're subscribed every day because they take it down here. God bless you and God bless America. And my condolences to friends and family. The odds I will do a follow-up on this thing. God bless.